Andre drives the lane, coming in, he scores! Andre Iguodala with 2.8 remaining.
Welcome back, you guys. And what team is the first team you think of when you hear the name Andre Iguodala? It might be the Philadelphia 76ers, the team which he was drafted by and played 8 seasons for, or it might be the Golden State Warriors, a team he has played 5 seasons for and has been one of the more important pieces of their championship run. Andre is a 3-time NBA champion and was selected as the Finals MVP for the Warriors in 2015. But there was a third team that he played for, and that team is the Denver Nuggets. Iggy played 1 season there, and it was a pretty successful year until they reached the playoffs. Outside of Nuggets and Warriors fans, I would say that not many people remember this story, so let me refresh your memory for you. Iguodala is not somebody that is going to be remembered too kindly in Denver Nuggets history, and let's talk about why that is. Before we get into the story, we got to talk a little bit about how Iggy got to Denver. In the 2012 offseason, Andre Iguodala was involved in a multi-team trade that I'm sure a lot of you guys remember. It was the trade that involved Dwight Howard to the Lakers and Andrew Bynum to the Sixers. Iguodala had 1 year left on his contract. The Sixers were looking to move into a new era, so they sent him to Denver. The Nuggets gave up a decent amount to get him. They traded away Aaron Aflalo, Al Harrington, and a 2014 first-round pick, but there was a lot of upside because of how good Iggy was. Iguodala was and still is one of the NBA's best perimeter defenders. He just came off winning gold for Team USA in the Olympics, and the trade to Denver was going to boost their ability to defend and become an even better team. And they were better. They were a great team during the 2012-2013 regular season. That Denver Nuggets team dominated during the regular season. With Ty Lawson, Danilo Gallinari, Kenneth Faried, and Corey Brewer, the Nuggets won a franchise record 57 games in 2013 and won 38 home games and only lost 3. They played fast and were one of the NBA's best offenses and were expected to make a run to the second round of the playoffs. The addition of Andre gave Denver a high-level two-way player that helped them become a stronger defense and a lot more creative on offense. That is one of the things that they were missing from the year before. Not many players have a skill set like Iguodala, and putting him on a team that could not defend that well simply made them better. But that regular season success was quickly forgotten about once the playoffs started.
Steph Curry fires away. Got it! Are you kidding me?
They played the Golden State Warriors in a 3 versus 6 matchup, but the series did not go how most predicted. After winning Game 1 by just 2 points, the Nuggets went on to lose 3 straight games and saw themselves down 3-1. This was a very flawed 44-win Warriors team. They lost David Lee in Game 1 and they were still able to go up 3-1 in the series. This was the playoff series that boosted Steph Curry and a lot of people's player rankings. But you're here for the Andre Iguodala conversation, and let's talk about why the Denver Nuggets and especially the fans have a bad taste in their mouths when you bring up Iggy's name. This was your typical physical playoff series, but the conversation of it changed after Game 5 when the Warriors were leading 3-2. Head coach Mark Jackson said that even though the Nuggets were more than in their right to play physical playoff basketball, he also said that they crossed the line and were sending hitmen at Steph Curry. The Nuggets were playing Steph pretty physical all series, and Steph backed up his coach's statement by saying there were some plays that he felt went past the line of just physical basketball. Now, Mark Jackson didn't just say the Nuggets were playing dirty because he saw some dirty plays on film. He said that he got inside information from somebody on the Nuggets team that said that they did not like how they were treating Curry on defense. Mark Jackson said this after Game 5. I got inside information that some people don't like that brand of basketball, and they clearly didn't co-sign it. They wanted to let me know they have no parts in what was taking place. Let the best team win. And let everybody, with the exception of going down with a freak injury, let everybody leave out of here healthy. That's not good basketball. If you put the pieces together, you can see that the player that gave the Warriors this information about playing dirty was Andre Iguodala. Before each playoff game, Andre Iguodala would pray with Mark Jackson and the Warriors team all series. Praying with a team before the game, that's pretty harmless, but there's more information. It was also revealed that during one of the playoff games in Denver that Iguodala's cousin walked up to Warriors co-owner Joe Lacob and told him that Iggy likes the organization and the players. There's also a little bit more information. Remember that quote from Mark Jackson about having someone on the inside? Well, Nuggets head coach at the time and coach of the year that season, George Karl, said that Andre Iguodala was the mole that told Mark Jackson. No question, he said. Now, George Karl has said a lot of crazy things in the past since he got fired, but this information has been talked about by a Warriors reporter. He said that Iggy likely talked to Warriors guard Jarrett Jack and told him that he didn't like that his teammates were playing Curry kind of rough. Another thing that bothers Denver fans is that before the season started in 2013, Iggy told the Denver media that he isn't coming to Denver for just 1 year, he was open to re-signing with them for a long-term deal. Now, I'm not going to hold that quote against Iggy because, people change their mind, but that is just one of the things that Denver fans have held against him. Not only did he decline a long-term deal with Denver, he took less money and years on his contract to play with the Warriors. The Nuggets offered him a 5-year, $60 million contract, and the Warriors offered him a 4-year, $48 million contract. Definitely a smart move from Iggy, recognizing that the Warriors were close to becoming the future of the West, and he's been one of their most important players on both sides of the floor since signing there. I respect player freedom in the NBA, but you also got to look at it from the Nuggets perspective kind of. They got beat in the playoffs by an inferior team in their best regular season of their franchise's history, and one of your best players just went to the team that he lost to. Not only did he go to the team that he lost to, but he took less money to go there and he was accused of being a mole for the team. The funny thing about this whole thing is, it's not like you can go to the stats and see that Iggy was shaving points. He played pretty good in that series. Iggy averaged 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and shot over 50% from the field. He was hooping in that series, but Denver fans still have a bad taste in their mouth from that 1 year. And that is it for why the Denver Nuggets hate Andre Iguodala. A pretty interesting story that I had a lot of fun doing research for. The Nuggets thought they had Iguodala in for the long haul, but he left them the next year. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Any Denver Nuggets fans in here watching, what do you guys think of this? Do you still not like Andre Iguodala? More interesting videos on the way, so if you're still here, definitely drop a like as it helps my channel grow. Follow me on Twitter if you have a Twitter. I do tweet basketball stuff, so I'll see you guys soon.